What's up everybody, welcome back to the Art of Crypto, the birthplace of absolutely legendary gains. In this video I'm going to give you exactly the rundown on what I think is going to happen next for Bitcoin. So if you want to figure out what's going to happen next, make sure you stick around to the end of this video. Before I dive right into it, if you want to get all of the just bonus trades, that stuff that I don't talk about on YouTube due to time constraints, as well as just the latest market updates, as well as a couple of memes, head over to Twitter at _the Art of Crypto. It does take quite some time to make videos, and sometimes I cannot share, well, I am not able to share everything. So first things first, let's just give you my opinion of what's going to happen to Bitcoin this week. In my opinion, for the rest of this week, we are going to be going down, and let me explain. I know that things have just been getting bullish, and a lot of people are really excited, finally going up. And indeed, I do wish that that would be the case as well. I don't know if you guys have been watching me over the last few weeks, but I have been advocating a lot that right now you are in a very key accumulation zone, and to accumulate, for those of you who did so, you are up either between 20 to 50%, and on some coins, about 100% from in just a couple of weeks. So for those of you who did that and you made money from, just taking my advice not to get flooded out, comment down in the comment section if that's helped you. It would mean a lot to me to know that I have indeed helped some people. But for those of you who missed the initial move, the accumulation move, don't fret, right? There is still a chance for you to get in. So the first thing I want to discuss is just this pattern right here. So I'm just going to draw it out. I've already discussed this on Twitter and on my private Discord, but generally markets tend to move in this kind of a fashion. It's like a 3-level formation, right? 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, and then the cycle repeats. At the moment, I don't know if you can see this, but this is reminding me a lot of that pattern, right? Right here, that's your level 1, level 2, level 3. I'm sure you know what's going to happen next. And if you were in the private Discord group, you would have already caught this, right? 45,500 short. Look where it came to, exactly there. So not going to shield this right now, but I have just opened up, right, the monthly subscriptions for anyone who might be interested. Again, head over to Twitter to find information about the monthly subscription. I've only opened up 100 spots, so if you're interested, come in. If you're not interested, don't bother. But the second thing that I want to discuss, right, other than that pattern, the market makers always just do that kind of a pattern. So if anything, maybe let's elaborate on that. So first things first, heading in, you want to see this low get broken, right, which is 43,500. Once this low is broken, it does indicate that you have, imagine if you had a range like this. Once you break below the range, it indicates that either you're just going to go for a quick bounce, or that market structure has been broken and you're going to continue going down. Now, let me give you, there's going to be 5 reasons why I believe that, we might be going down instead of continuing to go up. And I might be wrong, at the end of the day, I might be wrong. But nevertheless, I'm going to give you the most objective pieces of data, as well as the most objective observations, so that you can make the most informed decision about your trading. So first things first, right? Once that low gets broken, you're going to want to look for a retest, a bearish retest back to that low. And then, it's just down from there. The key target areas that you want to pay attention to, for example, if you did take a short, let's say your stop loss is over there, your take profit number 1 is going to be back here at about 42,300, right? That low is guaranteed to be taken out. But in my opinion, you are going to go lower than that, right? So my first take profit target might even be 41,100. Now, I know that seems very unlikely at the moment when everyone is just starting to get bullish, but look back at the pattern, right? It is not in the market maker's interest for you to be making money when they pump it up like this, right? Anyone who went long at any of these points would have been making free money. When you win, the market makers have to pay you out of their own pockets. So it is not in their interest to allow you to win. So what they tend to do is almost every week, right? You tend to see this kind of a pattern, right? On Monday, right, they pump it up. Either on Monday or Sunday, they do this, pump it up, right? Tuesday, pump it up. And then on Wednesday, the high of the week tends to come before Wednesday or on Wednesday for most weeks. So once you get the high, right, imagine this is the high right now, then they will reverse it, right, to take out previous lows like this, because they need to mitigate their positions. They don't want you to win. The only way they can make you lose is to take out your positions before you have the time to close them, right? So just a few things to understand about why I think this is going to happen. So the first take profit target is definitely going to be 41,100. And then I'm going to, of course, get into ideal levels for you to start buying in on Bitcoin as well as other altcoins. But that's going to come in a bit later, right? So that's the rationale behind that 3-level formation right there. So now we have to go back onto, for example, the 4-hourly chart. And now I will just zoom out a little bit to show you exactly what's going on. Currently, you can see that Bitcoin, there is a lack of volume in this level right here, which we have just filled, right? We have just filled this level. Right now, we are touching into a high volume node on the VPVR. It's very obvious, as you can see right here. So this, I have been talking about this, especially in the private Discord group, that this is a very key level of resistance, and to expect some kind of hard rejection, right? This is big resistance, and to expect hard resistance once you get to this level. Indeed, that is what we have gotten, right? And, you know, if you were in the group, you would have taken advantage of this. But you guys are not really too late yet, because I'm just giving you guys the rundown right now. So that's the key level of resistance. So this is factor number 2 as to why I think we might be going down. Factor number 3, let's bring up the mean reversion channels, right? Take a look at this. Right now, we have deviated away from the mean fairly hard. We are on the high end of this mean reversion, so it would make sense if we retraced back down to this, back to this low right here, and it does line up with, one of the pivot points on the mean reversion. So, this is just, I am not using this as an indicator to start off my analysis, but rather this is just for secondary confirmation. If you take a look at this, bam, 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 right? Every time we have dipped into, the higher end of the mean reversion channel, regardless if we are in an uptrend or a downtrend, there has tended to be some kind of reaction back to the downside. So this gives us like a third confirmation. Now I'll give you a fourth confirmation. If you guys watch the video about me teaching you how the best, easiest, profitable swing trading strategy that will allow you to make 50% to 100% every month. If you haven't watched that already, there's a lot of value in that video. I'm going to link it in the top right hand corner. Check that one out. But the 4-hourly, right? It does line up. The 200 EMA right here, as well as the other EMAs, lines up with this low right here. So every time when I suggest you guys to just in that swing trading strategy video, when I suggest you guys to look for entries, I say wait for a break above all 3 EMAs and then wait for a retest back to the 200 or the 50 or the 100 to go long, and then you just ride the wave all the way. So currently, I do think that we're going to get, that retracement for us to get into the swing longs. And just to clarify, I do believe that this next leg down is going to be the leg that allows us to get our swing entries in. And when I say swing entries, all I mean is if you missed buying down here, which I advise you guys to do, then this is going to be a second opportunity to get in before prices really start to skyrocket. So mark my words, that is how I'm approaching the markets right now. So that's going to be, area number 1, where if you were to short now, then once you take profit here, you can start hedging long, which means, for example, if you're hedging short with 1% risk, then you would take on 0.5% risk of longs over here. And you will add on another 0.5% risk at 39,300, right? Over here, you're going to close more of your short and you add more to your longs. Close more of your short, add to your longs. More of your short, add to your longs. So basically, what I'm trying to get at here is the ideal long targets for Bitcoin is going to be at 41,100, 39,300, 38,300-ish, and 37,200. So 4 of these targets, right? Of course, dollar cost average. If you had $1,000 to play with, maybe just 200 here, 200 here, 300 here, 300 here, right? Just giving you an example of how the dollar cost average. The best traders in the world do it, so I suggest you follow their lead and not just dump all your money in one lump sum and then you're probably going to get stopped out. Just don't do that. And if this video has been proven to be helpful to you so far, please click the like button. It's a really small gesture, but it helps a lot with the YouTube algorithm. Just remember that currently this is what I'm seeing, and of course we could go higher from here, but for now all the factors seems to line up that you are in a key just order block, right? A bearish order block on the daily chart, just key resistance level, key high volume node. You have mean reversion channel showing you that this is a potential top. You have liquidity right here. You have a market maker pattern, right? A 3-level formation. So basically all signs are pointing towards, more likely than not, a downward move. So if you bought the dip right here and right now you find that you are up 50%, I highly advise you that There's just this saying that I always like to say, which is, it's not your profit until it's realized. If you don't take your profit, the market makers are going to take it from you, right? It happened to every single cycle. Imagine if you went long here. If you did not take profit, the market makers would have came down to take it away from you, right? It happens in every market cycle. So remember, nobody went broke taking profits. It's okay to miss the top, but pay yourself. You don't even have to take all your profits at once. Take 25%, take 50%, but pay yourself so that if you do run into downside risk, you can re-enter during the dips. That is how you get rich from trading. That is how you compound your account from trading, especially in crypto. This is way more important because in crypto, it is such an unproven market that things can go to zero. Like they actually can go to zero. So if you don't take your profit, you don't set a stop loss, like a hard stop loss at, say, the all-time low, you're going to get wrecked. Let's just put it that way. There's no two ways about it. And, you know, if you found this information helpful and you would like to gain access to the full experience, basically, check out the private Discord group. I just opened up the monthly subscriptions. Head over to my Twitter to find out how. Or otherwise, actually, I'll link it in the bottom, in the description box below later. But I just opened it. It will be open forever. The only catch is there's only 100 spots. So if it fills up, you're going to have to wait for somebody to leave and then you can join. But either way, if you always, if you just want the latest market updates, as well as follow along with any coins that I might be looking at, as well as the coins that I think will perform the best in the near future, as well as follow along with all of the trades, get access to a superb community where we are making money every single day, then you're going to want to check out the private Discord group, right? As a bonus, you're going to get access to the trading course as well. This is where you'll be able to level up your trading. Of course, this is like the new trading course is not done yet. So, I won't speak anymore. Check it out if you're interested. Don't check it out if you're not. But otherwise, I have a couple of really just bonus coins that you can find on my Twitter, right? This is an excuse for me to get you guys to go follow my Twitter. There's a few coins that I've shared there, as well as the buy zones that, I think would help you guys out a lot. Oh, and before I go, set your stop loss below 35. Honestly, the stop loss is going to be a bit hard to set, but assuming that we are following market maker theory, right? Your stop loss is supposed to be at about 35,200, give or take, maybe even 35,000, just to allow a little bit of leeway for price to move, right? That's the final bit. And if you watched until this point so far, which comment that in the comment section, 35k, so I know who are the real ones. Oh, one last thing actually, 34,000 remains my key zone, like the bottom zone basically. If we get back to 34k, I believe that will be the bottom period. However, given market conditions right now, I don't think we're going to go back to 34k in a week. So if anything changes with this analysis during the week, in the next few days, I'm going to make another video about this. For now though, just keep it in mind that this is the ideal bottom target. So if you even want to set your stop loss below this low at 32,600, that works as well. But the thing is, I'm not expecting us to go back to these levels. Of course, if it changes, I'm gonna let you guys know. For now, the stop loss is at 35k, just so you understand. Right? Now, for real, I will be leaving now. Thank you for watching until this point so far, and thank you for you guys who stay on to the end. For now though, may the gains be with you, and peace.